What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 3 on how to clear an allotment plot in a short space of time. Now, what I've done over the last 2 days is I've basically cleared the rubbish and bagged it all up, also put some bricks and slabs to one side, and then I basically dug a great big hole just so I could put all the weeds and the soil in. I have explained why I've decided to bury the grass, the weeds and the soil underground instead of bagging it up and getting rid of it. So if you want to watch those videos, I will leave them in the comments section and in the description as well. So what are we going to be doing today, and how can these videos help you transform your unloved allotment plot into something beautiful? Well, if you are like me going to go no dig, it is a good idea to start with a blank canvas. So what I've set myself the goal of is over the next week to get this back to bare earth basically, and anything usable just stacked up in the corner of the plot. Just bear in mind that if you are building beds, wherever your holes are, if you are choosing to either double dig or to use the horticulture method, which is just piling it all up either underground or technically on top of the ground, just in like a mini mound. Either way, you will need to remember where the holes are, because you will get some sinkage over the next few years. So yeah, that's just one thing to consider. The plan is still to clear this allotment plot down and just get it as a blank canvas, so then we can come and we can paint our picture. So today what I've decided to do is tackle this part of the plot that's actually behind me, which is, it's actually 3 rather large blackcurrant bushes. In between the blackcurrants there are in fact wild brambles, which we don't want. Now I've got a method for you if you would like to keep your plants where they are. If you've got, wild brambles growing in between, they're quite a nightmare to dig out, because 9 times out of 10 they'll come back unless you get all of the root, which is obviously going to disturb the plant you're trying to save. So yeah, I mean, if you're organic, this method is not for you, but yeah, what you can do is take a pair of scissors, snips, secateurs, whatever you choose, and make a cut very low down to the ground. And then you want to get yourself some pretty strong weed killer and a paintbrush. And all you do is you dip the paintbrush in the weed killer and you just touch on the cut that you've just made with your secateurs. That should go down and kill the root, and it shouldn't contaminate any of the plants or the soil around it, or more specifically the plant roots. It should just directly kill whatever it touches. Now for me, I choose to avoid chemicals where I can. I'm not fully organic, because it's really hard to be when you're working on a budget. Compost, for example, buying organic compost, when it takes years to make your own, which we will do, can be expensive. So yeah, I try and be as organic as possible. So what I've decided to do is to dig this entire area over and remove the blackcurrants in the process, and hand them on to someone else on site who's actually put their name down for them, so to speak. So yeah, it would give me a blank canvas, and providing that they survive, because I am going to take some off just to make them more manageable for me to dig out and for the lady to plant when she chooses to. So yeah, it's not going to kill them off, I don't think. It's just going to possibly set them back a bit, but they are really strong, mature plants, shrubs, bushes, whatever you want to call them. They're coming out. So yeah, I hope you enjoy these videos, guys, and yeah, there'll be many more to come. Make sure to click the subscribe button and also the bell icon that's directly next to it, and that way you'll never miss an episode. So yeah, let's get straight to work. Guys, I know that looks like quite a lot to have come off just for a simple haircut, really, But the lady did ask me if I can get them around a foot in circumference by about a foot high. That will make it really easy for her to actually get them in when she's found somewhere to put them. So what I've done is I've left them slightly wider and slightly taller than the lady's asked, simply because the more you take off, the more you're going to set them back, basically. And the last thing I want to do is kill something that's currently living well. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll survive. If not, you know, we've tried. And if anything, it would keep the neighbour happy on this side, who I've just spoken to, who was pretty happy, to be honest, that they're coming out, because every year they encroach on his allotment plot, as do the brambles. So yeah, we've tried our best. I've kept them slightly bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong, if I was keeping these in situ and the plan was to actually get a crop from them, there's no way I'd have taken as much off as I just did, simply because it's going to set them back quite a bit. But no, hopefully they won't die, and you know, they'll have a new life on another plot. So now the hard work starts, guys, and what we're going to do now is grab a spade and a diggy tool, which is kind of like a pointy spade, which is ideal for cutting through roots. Now I'm imagining this is going to be really thick underneath, with, you know, quite thick roots. So yeah, let the hard work begin, and yeah, we'll get straight to work digging these out. If we just jump inside the hole, you'll be able to see that the roots actually go underneath my fence and into the neighbour's allotment plot, and they go the whole way around the perimeter. So yeah, they would have sucked out quite a lot of nutrients from the ground if they haven't already, and this is pretty much just sand under here, guys. So yeah, it's going to be lovely stuff to spread over the allotment plot. The hole is getting rather full, but look at the topsoil that we've got to spread. Beautiful. That nearly killed me, guys. But we got it out and we can pass it on. Now guys, I'm gonna go and get a drink because I've got 2 more of those to dig out and I am exhausted. Don't get me wrong, it's not too bad. The way I dig out shrubs, you know, and plants of that size is by just digging a moat around it, which gives you a little bit of leverage to be able to push on the actual plant, and you know, break a few of the roots in the process while digging it out helps as well. But having that space to be able to force the actual root ball over is crucial, much like rehydrating. Guys, I'm gonna have a drink, possibly a cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna get straight back to work digging out the remaining 2 blackcurrant bushes. It's hard work in the heat, but it's a beautiful day. We managed to get all of them out in about an hour. So yeah, not too bad at all, guys. I might not have mentioned it, but if you are not planning on going no dig, or you're not planning on making no dig beds, and you want to grow directly in the ground and you still don't know what to do with the weeds, do the hole method that I'm showing you guys underneath where you intend to build your compost bin. And that way it will still break down and it won't interfere with you digging around on your plot or in your garden. Top tip. Right guys, the heavens are about to open. It is really windy. I can't do any more filming outside today, unfortunately. But I'm just going to continue with the filling of the hole with the weeds and all of what I chopped off of the plants earlier on. They're all going to go directly inside that hole that I've dug. And yeah, it's just going to be much of the same for the next few hours, over the next few days of just digging, turning it over. Any weeds are just going to go in the hole, like I say, and any of the soil that I dig out I'll put to one side, and then we'll use that to level the entire plot once done. Guys, as always, thank you very much for watching my videos, and as always, again, subscribe if you're not subscribed, like and comment, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much guys, have a lovely day, and I will see you soon.